Hey yo, what's going on, guys? Episode 39 XP Share coming at you live. What's going on?
Howdy.
This is live?
This is yeah,
Pre-recorded.
that's what that signature was on that document you signed earlier. Sorry,
Oh, jeez.
should have disclosed that.
now?
Well,
Uh,
I have the script for episode 38. Hold on, give me a second.
Kwang, I legally have you for the next 59 minutes and 38 seconds.
Bam.
Quickly
as
reading
a-
through the docs.
Quick. Anyway, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing? How was your weekend?
I'm doing good. I've just been sinking a load of hours into Marvel Rivals because that's out now.
Yeah.
And I'm a one-trick cloak and dagger, and I will hear no more about it.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I am grinding out a different Rivals. Rivals of Aether. Officially coming out of retirement, going to my first major tournament since 2019? 2018? When was Genesis 5?
When was Genesis 5?
Well,
Jesus
no, it was
Christ.
definitely before that because I went to Genesis. No, wait, was it 7 or 9 that I went to?
It was 5 was 2018.
So then I went to Genesis 6. Like,
Jeez.
because I went to
2018, I was 18.
I went to Genesis in 2019. I thought that was Genesis 7, but maybe I could be tripping.
I made it out of doubles pools and immediately got wrecked.
Yeah.
I think that might have been Genesis 4. But my hand stuff was already getting bad, so
Actually, you're both wrong. The Sega Genesis came out in 1989. The fuck?
you're right.
Oh
You're
my
right.
God.
When you know what, CJ, when you write, you're right.
August 14th, 1989, if we want to be specific, which I do.
But yeah, so since I'm now playing in an actual bracket again, I'm actually practicing, and I spent a lot of time getting myself out of my tilt queue.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're getting good. We're getting good again. We're doing it's happening.
Speaking of brackets and tournaments, we had Brian G take our last one. Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah.
Brian G.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. That like Kwang said, that was the short one that CJ would have not been fucking drug up till 7 a.m. for.
Yeah, we ended 2.5 hours earlier than we normally do.
The one fucking week I take a week off for my fucking birthday, and that's the one where you all decide. Actually, we're gonna speed through this one. Don't worry, Casters, we got you.
Happy birthday.
This shit's rigged. It's a scam. I quit.
It was Genesis 4 that I made out of bracket.
Fuck
We
me,
did it day 2.
I'm salty now. Oh, you've ruined the rest of the fucking night for me. I'm salty, dude.
Well,
we told him this before.
As salty as the water that we tried playing Sea of Thieves this week.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we got our asses kicked, dude. That fucking sloop had our number.
Yeah, I was terrible.
I was
absolutely terrible.
I needed like another hour to remember how the cannons worked. Because I shot so high so many times. I was like, oh yeah, there's like the sweet spot where the drop off starts like not increasing, basically.
Yeah, I was not hitting things. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was clear. I go for a boarding attempt. I turn around, the ship's fucking done.
See ya.
We definitely look like some 9-to-5ers playing that. We did.
I feel
That's
really
alright.
called out.
Some 9 to 5ers.
Look, we got look.
If you ever call me that again, Juice, I swear to God.
Nah, it's all
Yeah.
good. The boys got to save Jack Sparrow in the end, so you know what?
Yeah.
Came
The
full
homie.
circle. I'm gonna have to fucking well, Justin, because I know you've done. Have you done the Monkey Island one yet, Justin? Because if not, I'm gonna steal you for that at some point.
The Monkey Idol one?
Monkey
Monkey
Island.
Island.
The
It sounds familiar. Maybe. Why?
Well, I'm just thinking because obviously you said I didn't realize you'd done the Pirate's Life Tall Tales. Because if I knew that, I would have picked the other ones instead.
There's random ones that Kefka's been kind of like, "Hey, you want to run these with me?" And we're like, "Sure." So
Shout out
if
to
you
Kefka.
want to run one, just let me know. I guess.
Yep. That's right. It's just good. I like having Tall Tales in my back pocket. Like, okay, this, we need something a little more chill. We need something a little more relaxed. Fuck it, we're going to the Sea of the Damned.
Yeah. Well, after this whole time, I'm still not fucking pirate legend, so that already says a lot.
That's just the grind set, dude. We got you.
I still want to find out what those keys are for. You haven't told me.
I literally told you. I literally fucking told you the first time we played. You just don't listen to me.
You said it's not
I
something
showed
that
you
I
how to.
swear, man.
I
And we
showed you
moved
how to
on.
fucking open it. Like, because we found the thing, because we sunk the skeleton ship, we found the thing. I was like, oh, hey, Kwang, this is what you do with the thing. And they're like, okay, I'll remember that. And you fucking didn't, did you? You lied to me. This is why you're my
Why would
honorable
you remember
mention.
No. No.
This is why.
remember this.
This is why you're my honorable mention for today's topic.
Fair. It's because I'm your favorite, and
I was
Well,
telling
funny,
I was telling him
you-
at least he's number 3 and not number 1. You know. Speaking of CJ, you're gonna go first. No.
Oh, am I? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I guess I'm also introducing to it. So, hi, people.
oh,
A couple of weeks ago, we did, well, a month ago actually. Now I think about it at this point, we did a sort of top 3 list of our favorite video game protagonists or esports people of all time.
he's the protagonist of League of Legends.
He's not
I don't know what to tell
he's
you.
not a protagonist of League of Legends. I know this because Lau won't shut up about Arcane.
Protagonist of video game characters was the
Yep.
rule set of this.
Yeah. Yes,
Fictional
absolutely. And
somewhat.
so we've gotten very specific. But now we're
Fine,
going to
whatever.
the other end of the scale, and we are going through our favorite video game antagonists of all time. For basically our favorite video game villains. Now, there's a multitude of things that could mean. We're all gonna, most of these answers are fine. I've got one that's gonna be a bit spicy. But it's very personal, and I think it does still hold up. Justin was giving me shit in the fucking little notes thing on the Google Doc. I'm gonna kill him. But I do have an honorable mention of Kwang. I was gonna meme and put Kwang as my number 1, but I know what the topic is. All right, Kwang out here acting like Shadow of the Tree. But Kwang is a menace. Every game we have played, he is either overshadowed me entirely or made my life a living hell. So I figured it was worth mentioning. But my number 3, my actual number 3, is Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. I think also he's in Kingdom Hearts. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts. I'm pretty sure he's in Kingdom Hearts as well.
That's like but it's like a side. It's like a special boss.
Yeah.
Like an
But
action.
see, but here's the thing, and this is honestly why he's on my list, is because I have not played Final Fantasy VII, any version of Final Fantasy VII,
Oh.
but the guy is so enigmatic. The guy is such a character. He is so well known in the gaming space. I know about Sephiroth, and I know how much of a bastard he is. I know he kills the flower girl. If you play his music, I will know where it's from. I will know who it is. And I know how terrifying he is to fight in that game. And you know what? The fact that I have not touched the game or the medium at all, I think I played I played Final Fantasy 15, and it's the only one I've ever touched. Yeah, and I know this guy. I know who he is. I know his motivations. I know his agenda. I know how evil he is and how much he fucked over other people's lives when they played this game. And they kill Aerith. One of those is her name.
You got it. You figured it
But
out.
I don't necessarily know the name of the character, but I know the scene. I have it burnt into my brain because it is iconic, and he is iconic. The one-winged angel with the massive fucking katana. I think of video game villains, he is a staple. He is one of those. If we were to make a list of our top 10 known villains around the world, he's out there. You have people cosplaying him all the fucking time. Whenever you have music streams, his theme is requested over and over again. And you know what? That makes you one of the best antagonists of all time.
Yeah. Can't argue that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want me to go next?
Yeah. Let's go clockwise here.
All right. So I was best villain was really hard for me because I actually think most video games have really shitty villains. In general, you beat the boss because you are programmed to go through the game and beat the boss. And I was like, what do I really like in a villain? How about just generational hate, except you are every generation? You know? that is Dracula is just evil. And it does say for all the old heads back in the day who had to read the instruction manuals to get any amount of story in the game, it does mention his motivations for trying to bring ruin to the humans.
Okay, but what game version of Dracula are we talking
It's
about?
It's the same guy every single game. And he's
so
always
we're just talking about the enigma of Dracula.
through Castlevania. Yeah. The Castlevania
Got
Dracula.
it.
Because which is the same guy who just keeps coming back because people fucking killed his wife, and that's all.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I don't blame him. Kill my wife. All you motherfuckers gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
to go.
even the quote unquote protagonists, whether it's Alucard, or any of the Belmonts or any of them. All of them are no, we get it, but we can't I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You are completely fucking valid in everything you're doing, but I have been paid to do this, and it's in the contract.
Mass genocide just isn't it.
But therapy comes in many forms, alright?
You died and came back to life 6 times. Dad, you just gotta let it go at some point.
It's a weird one. Till death do us part gets really complicated when you can't fucking die.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
So I just think
Something
Dracula just not even necessarily being evil, just so angry. Kind of always keeps me and you kind of feel it in the way that you fight him, even in the old Castle Metroidvania style games, where he's just throwing shit at you, and you knock him down once, he gets a little bit angrier and has comes back up and ooh. Of course the version I think of the most is Symphony of the Night, GOTY game, but that's what puts Dracula at my number 3.
Got it. Nice. All right, Mikey.
Okay. I believe that my 3 will not be surprising to anyone. If you've been paying attention, number 3 is gonna have to be from the Call of Duty series, Makarov. The same way that you think of Soap when it comes to the protagonist, you think of Makarov when it comes to the antagonist. And there's no one who you are not just itching to kill faster than Makarov within any of the Call of Duty campaigns. That is of course if you play the COD campaigns at all. I know for some people it's like the running joke of who's playing the campaign. This is fucking multiplayer time. Shut up, kid. Shut up. All right. Some of us like to play a story and understand why things are happening. Okay. And just in this situation, Makarov is that guy who just like any other like any other good villain, it only has one motivation, and that is just to see the world burn. I mean, anyone who anyone who feels that way, you pretty much get first place.
Somebody
So
clip that. Somebody clip that.
wait, hold on. Wait, what I do? What I do?
Like any other good villain.
Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, man, and they when they spun up the old Modern Warfare campaign starting in 2019. I don't know if people saw it coming, but they had announced with Modern Warfare 3. Well, they did like a whole announcement with the Modern Warfare 3 story where you see Makarov getting pulled out of a prison and people were freaking out like they're bringing him back. Yeah. So I mean, like that alone showed that the fans cared about having him in the story, and I think they did a pretty good job. At the end of the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, I definitely hated Makarov 10 times more than before. So if you ever end up playing it, you'll see why. It's pretty fucked up what he does. So yeah, Makarov, number 3. He's an asshole. Asshole.
That's fair. That's fair.
Got it.
I've only played one. That's not true. The one Call of Duty campaign that I always recommend everyone is still Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 campaign.
Great one. Oh
was
yeah.
so good. I don't think Makarov was in that one because he's mainly in the Modern Warfare line.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yup.
Yes, indeed.
Yup.
So Justin.
So again, my number 3 was kind of like difficult, but well, it's more difficulty coming from the aspect of like it's more realizing how many games I haven't played to be like, man, what's an iconic villain that I've played against. But I guess this number 3 would be more like a package deal because technically it's Alma and Paxton Fettel that are like fucking with your head the entire game. But the F.E.A.R games kept me up at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have ever played that series, really good FPS fucking horror type game.
Now that's the little girl, right?
Yeah. So Alma's the girl, and then Paxton is like the weird, creepy mind control dude. I guess you can say. I don't know. It's a weird. You have to play it to understand.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah, I remember the first time when you were playing that game, and I came over your place, and you would have me you had me play one. It was like one mission you had me play in particular, and like there was like one jump scare. I was like, yeah, you take this controller. I'm out of here. Take this fucking controller back. I'm good, bro. It was like I remember it actually. Like I was crawling through a vent or like crouching through a vent, and you hear a sound behind you, and you turn around, nothing's there. You're like, oh, okay. Turn back around, and almost just in your face. You're like, oh shit! Oh no, I'm good. See you later. You take this.
Yeah. It was between that and Doom 2016, or like my quote unquote horror games. That's about the worst it got. Yeah, that was my number 3.
I guess that's me then next, right? For number 2, right? It had to be a Far Cry villain, but the thing is, I will stand on this hill. I would say, like, for the first half of the Far Cry series, they're all fucking great villains. The Jackal, I haven't played the first Far Cry, which is why I say for the most part, but the Jackal from Far Cry 2, fucking incredible. You have Vaas and Hoyt from 3, fucking incredible villains. Hoyt, a little bit less so. I give a little bit less of a shit about Hoyt, but like it's fine. It is what it is. And then Far Cry 4.
He's there.
Bit of an unpopular opinion. I fucking love Pagan Min. I think Pagan Min's really fucking
Pagan
neat.
Man was, yeah, he was interesting.
Yeah, and that was having the calls with him throughout the game is great. But this is where I'm gonna get some shit, and someone's gonna give me shit. I know. Joseph Seed hits different. And I know for a lot of people, Far Cry 5 is a bit of an outlier. Less so than New Dawn. Fuck New Dawn. But as a British person going through Hope County, it's just as exotic to me as the Caribbean or the Himalayas or anything like that, because for me it was a whole new culture. And Joseph Seed, as a villain, as a person, as an entity, as the leader of this religious cult, is so interesting for me to delve into. And to sort of go through that game and see how human he really is. Because I think that for me was the biggest thing, is as great as Pagan Min was, and as much as I love that, and as much as I wish that the secret ending was the canon ending, Sabal and Amita are more villainous, I would argue, and like Pagan Min is almost overshadowed by them towards the end of the game. Vaas is incredible, really fun character who you very much grow to hate immediately, and we all know why. But there is that little part of me. He is fucking great, but he is just a psychopath, and that is fine to just be a psychopath. There's obviously the stuff with his sister, but for the most part, he's just doing shit because he's being paid to, and that is great for a villain. But there was just something a little bit more human about Joseph Seed that I didn't necessarily agree with him, and I'll make that very fucking clear. Drugging people to make them follow your religion cult is not something I endorse. How you got to that point and how these people genuinely worshipped just a dude
Isn't that all religions?
well, I'm not. Like, if you want to fucking die on that album, I guess. But it's so interesting, and I prefer Joseph before New Dawn, because the whole discussion about did he cause the nuclear war, or was he just that smart? Was he lucky? Some of the greatest discussions on online threads I have had in my life on the internet were about Joseph motherfucking Seed. And he's great. He's great, and his glasses are really cool too.
If I can say as well, Joseph Seed is my definite honorable mention in this, because it's for me, like what I love about villains is a villain who can make me stop and go, oh shit, like you good, bro?
Oh,
And
he's
Joseph
real.
Seed 100% makes you stop. Like there's a scene in the beginning of the game where you it's the very beginning of the game where you're in a helicopter and you're getting ready to leave their whole farm or whatever you want to call it. And of course they fucking like they're knocking down the chopper, and Joseph is in there with handcuffs on, just like singing a song as everyone's panicking and losing their mind. And he doesn't have any care in the world. Helicopter's getting ready to crash, and he's just like he just knows, you know what, my coat's looking out for me, they're gonna take care of me. And after the helicopter crashes, you kind of like wake up, and he's just in there staring at you like, you fucked up, right? Like those moments that Joseph Seed has in the game are like, they're creepy as hell, man. Yeah.
And there's this really good, and I call it an Andrew Ryan moment at the end of Far Cry 3 when he says, "Your sin is not wrath, because you would rather make all the I don't remember the words exactly, but it's you would rather make all these people suffer than swallow your pride. Because yeah, the cult was doing some really fucked up shit, but were you really any better? How many motherfuckers did you blow up to get to this point? How many of those cultists were just people following their faith? And just
Yeah.
whenever Joseph is on screen, you shut up and listen, and
Yeah.
that is a great fucking villain because
That's
you just
true.
and there are people out there in the real world who he convinced, who genuinely think that Joseph had it right the whole time. So you know what? Maybe he's too good.
Yeah. No, that's if for anything, man, you when you play a Far Cry campaign, you play it for the villain. I mean, let's be honest. Far Cry campaigns are played for the villain, man. They're too good. And I don't know, I feel like maybe they make the main character so bland on purpose just so the villain can stand out even more. That's how it feels.
As somebody who has never played a Far Cry game, yeah, shoot me. Yeah, I mean it does because at least the ones that I can like distinctly remember, every trailer, every intro is, "Hey, you're just some dude that went to an island for some fun and walked into a dangerous area and got kidnapped. Figure it out."
Figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean
Here's a
that's
gun.
I mean, it's the whole like silent protagonist theory, right? Where it's like it's a slightly more immersive because they don't really have a voice. You don't really get to see their face. It just feels like you going through the situation and you're making decisions based on what you're doing.
Yeah. See, I do disagree with
That's a
some
smart tactic.
people because I think Jason Brody from Far Cry 3, having him voiced and his story is so interesting as well. And like the
That
power
is true.
dynamic. Like, you
That is
know,
true.
honestly, I think that's one of the best parts of Far Cry 3 is the story of Jason Brody. It's the story of the voiced protagonist and seeing him be like, well, no, I'm powerful here. I mean something here. I want to stay. Fuck my friends. I've got you know, it's
Ah,
great. Far Cry is just good. It fell off, and I'm very sad because it used to be peak fucking gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, Far Cry 6 could have been great. As much as I love Giancarlo Esposito, I just didn't feel the sting. I didn't feel the ooh, this is a villain, you know. He was an evil dictator for sure, but I didn't feel the sting.
Yeah.
So it was pretty unfortunate. Yeah.
bang.
Well, kind of moving on from that, my number 2 is shout outs to the old heads.
Oh my god.
Comes from a game that I played when I was way too young. System Shock 2. I didn't play System Shock 1. I didn't play the remake either, so maybe Shodan.
I just want to hear your
The
reasoning behind this.
sentient hyper optimized data access network. So Shodan is the biggest sore loser. And part of the thing that you learn and they kind of recap in 2 is that Shodan, the reason why they're acting the way they are, sentient AI, reminiscence to Space Odyssey, humans are weak, we got to get rid of all of them, is partially due to their flawed way of kind of realizing what's going on. Basically was freed from her mental limits to be able to, explore information more freely and came to the conclusion that she's a god and then stopped searching any further. Shock 2, you are just a random dude in a sci-fi setting getting more powerful. It's a shooter RPG. There's stats upgrades that you get through an implant. You're finding like an alien parasite horde the whole time until and the whole time you're getting goaded by this voice that just echoes through the halls, calling you an inferior basically the entire time. Until you realize that also your ally has also just been dead the whole time. And Shodan has been talking, using her voice to talk to you to also get you to do her bidding the entire time. You realize, massive spoiler alert, I guess. I don't know. The game's been out for 26 years.
I think you're good.
And the whole time she's like, yeah, by the way, what happened was when they deactivated me, a part of my processing unit fell down to this planet along with their biosphere. I started hatching these parasites so I could eventually take over Earth. Unfortunately, now on this spaceship, they're trying to kill me as well, and I will get you back to Earth if you help me get rid of them. That's why you have these that's why you're able to enhance your body through this implant that I created. And she acts cocky, calls you an insect, literally up until the final moment where she realizes she fucked up. And apparently at some point just System Shock 3 was planned. I don't know if that ever went through. But man, the creepy vibes of having the main villain in your ear, not knowing exactly who they are, also the sound design for that game, amazing. And you always know that they're the final boss. But start to finish, they're just once again in your ear talking to you the whole time. Not to mention also that System Shock is like one of the cornerstones of gaming, shooter RPG, inventory style. Gave birth to a bunch of very iconic games like was it Ex Machina, BioShock are the two ones that I can think of off the top of my head. But man, Shodan just popping up, being like, "Oh, everyone you've been talking to, been dead for a very long time. So if you don't want that to be you, I've shoved you into this corner where the only way you can survive is by helping me." And that's kind of bad. I don't know. Just
I dig it.
also that despite knowing that she's created by man, acting like God, it almost felt like she was an allegory with like the greed of man for power.
Trying to get you done.
Yeah. Man. Another game, CJ, if you have never played, I recommend. Especially if you like horror shooters.
Michael,
There are remastered versions of both. They're a little
what?
clunky though. I would say if
Why am I not surprised you have somebody from MGS on here?
I told you my list is practical if you know me.
I'm gonna say I disagree with this. Your next pick because I can see the list. I'll tell you why after you give your point.
Oh, it's our first bit
Okay.
of contention, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I
Oh,
love it.
I have a problem
And
with
bring in the bell. Ding, ding, ding.
yeah, let's fucking
I
get
thought about
it.
I thought about this.
One fall.
Cat, where you
So-
at? Bring in the bell meme.
my number 2 initially was going to be the boss from Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. However, the boss isn't the boss is only the villain until you realize what the boss is doing in the first place, and then you realize that the boss is never really the villain. So really, Revolver Ocelot is the person that comes to mind because Revolver Ocelot is someone who has been a thorn in Snake's side, not just Naked Snake, but also Liquid Snake and Solid Snake as well. So from the late '60s and until the until the late '90s, He's pretty much just an asshole who's I won't say an asshole, but someone who has kind of taken various sides, but it's usually not the side that you would prefer him to be on. Revolver Ocelot is, I mean, it's kind of like you can't really name a. I guess the best way to put it is when you think Snake in the Metal Gear Solid series, you think Ocelot. It turns out that Ocelot is technically the twin brother to the clone version of Snake, which is Solid Snake, due to just people being horny in that whole genealogy. But it's also kind of a just like an interesting character who throughout the years manages to kind of just stay relevant and really stay alive, because there's a whole lot of shit that they fucking deal with between Snake Eater and Sons of Liberty, and these guys are just war torn people who just happen to find some way to stay on their own sides of history. Yeah, man, there's so much to uncover within like the Metal Gear Solid's lore. It's one of those things that we could spend hours talking about. You really got to play the games to really understand like that impact that each of these characters have.
One day. Go
One
on
day
that.
is the
Yeah,
Go
one
on
day.
that single player.
It'll take a whole lot longer than one day, that's for sure.
I love that the Metal Gear games have decided the three states of matter are solid, liquid, and naked, not solid, liquid, and gas. That's fun.
Yeah.
Do you want
Like,
do you want to know why I think Ocelot is a bad villain? Do you
why is
want to
that?
know why I think all the villains in Metal Gear Solid?
I would actually agree with you. He is a bad villain. Actually, I would agree with you. Because
So
he
then
gets
why is he
he gets his ass kicked. He gets his ass kicked quite a bit by Snake, which is like kind of like how it's supposed to happen. But
the problem with all of the villains, and
Well, so why is he number 2?
because it's my favorite villains, not the greatest villains.
Got it. Okay.
got a point.
True.
the problem with Ocelot and a lot of the villains in Metal Gear Solid is it always happens so randomly. They're helping you out through a full game, and then at the very end they're like, ha ha ha, I was out for the Metal Gear Solid actually. You only helped
Everyone
me
is.
to fulfill my plans. And then they get beat up. And then the game's over. And then the next game, he's working with somebody else, or it turns out to have been Ocelot the whole time. And there's no inclination to it. Like, I don't know. Or it's the boss, or Big Boss has actually just gone insane and trying to fight. I don't know, it's so convoluted, and
It is.
you give up on caring about these characters.
Wait, who's you? Who's you?
Me. No,
I've played every one of them, so I'm not sure what you're talking about
same. Yeah, no, like Raiden is the most interesting character out of the series, just because I know who he is throughout the games. Like, I can be confident that Raiden is Raiden every moment through the first game he was introduced, which I think was Solid 3.
I think it was 2. 2 was when you
Two.
play as Raiden.
Raiden, you say Raiden as a child, and you
Yes, in
is that
Peace
the
Walker.
first? Yeah. So 2 must have been, yeah. You're just so confident that he's not some guy who had plastic surgery to look like another guy, or something. Yeah, it's so that is
There's a lot that happens in these Metal Gear Solid stories, but there's
that is
a
something
lot
that has happened.
happens.
I think there was
Yes,
also at
yes.
one point a double switcheroo, but I might be making that up because my point is that at a certain point when it's almost like the Wily effect in like, or Wily, Eggman, a lot of the older arcade-like games, where all of a sudden you're just like, it's like a haha, it was me the whole time. It like really gets old. And a lot of the Metal Gear Solid villain base. That is basically what it is. And
Oh,
the motives are fine. I think the motive makes sense, especially when you have like this super weapon, basically, that can, or super weapon, shadow governments, all that. Pretty cool. It's just like when the switcheroo happens over and over again, it's I stop caring, and it quickly like lowers the villain's ranking in my head.
Well, at that point, Kwang, it's your fault because you continue to fall for it every fucking time.
I'm promised
True.
good story, okay?
I mean, I think we could argue that
I know who gave you a
the
good story. All right, let
Oh,
me tell you.
Is that
Oh,
a
gosh.
segue?
Is that a segue? No. This one and 2 was actually hard. But number 2, I'm gonna put Handsome Jack for sure. Because I was Handsome Jack as a villain. The Borderlands game was it's good. It's nuts.
good.
I was
Good game. Good.
it was good, dude.
I click and shoot.
Just because I'm like, I don't know, I'm like trying not to compare it to the number 1, but it was a hard decision for sure. But yeah,
I can see the toss up.
Handsome Jack is awesome
It was
because like
he's just a well thought out character, like as from a villain perspective, as
yeah, I think they do a good job of making him mysterious initially, and also adding a bit of like a comedic bit to Handsome Jack. You spend a good portion of the Borderlands 2 campaign just kind of going from place to place, from mission to mission, and the only thing that you know about Handsome Jack is what you see on a huge screen or what you hear on your radio of him, like torturing people in the background and kind of like laughing about it. Like, oh yeah, I got your buddy over here. Yeah, we're currently taking off all of his toes. Hey, listen to this. Awesome, isn't it? All right, see you later, pumpkin. And that's it. And you're just like, what the fuck? Hey, yo, what are you doing, Handsome Jack? Right?
But still, yeah.
Handsome Jack would be a TikToker for sure. Like he'd be all over that shit.
Yeah, straight up.
Cool thing about Handsome Jack specifically too is like you're like the entire time you're like, whoa, that was so insane, but also totally in line with what he would do. Like,
yeah.
It is so on point with his character the entire time, and you're like, and sometimes you can see the threads of his thought process, no matter how insane his decision making is.
It never feels like they're just making him do something crazy for the sake of being a crazy character. There is always a reason for what he does. Yeah, even if that reason is very simple and very broken, like it's never they never force him to be something more than he needs to be.
Yeah. I think that's
True.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Good villain in a good game.
Good.
I
Good
like
game.
Handsome Jack.
Good game. Good character.
all right, CJ.
Yep.
What's
Now,
your number one?
my number one
How fucking
is.
dare you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, mystery guest star. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. Spoilers. Alright, I'm gonna peel back the curtain for all of our listeners over on the YouTube. You should subscribe, by the way. But we could all see each other's list, and Kwang has just put mystery guest. Oh, motherfucker! Like, unless you're inviting the fucking guy onto the show. I want to know what we're talking about.
That's what I did last time too.
He's actually
Yeah.
inviting his cat.
Yeah. But my number one villain, and I will harken back to what Ju said. It is favorite, not necessarily best objectively, but it is favorite. And my favorite villain is one that only I have ever experienced because it's from Middle Earth: Shadow of War, which has this nifty little feature called the Nemesis system. And there was an orc that I met. His name was Pushkrimp. And I thought, that's just another captain, isn't it? I don't know what he was at the time. He was like the duelist or the savage or something along those lines. But I killed him. I killed him in a very funny way. I exploded a poison barrel all over his face. And, and then, a couple hours down the road, I get ambushed whilst I'm trying to do one of my missions. I'm helping out my good friend the Bard. He's my favorite orc in that playthrough, and it's Pushkrimp who has come back from the dead and is the poisoned, and he one-shot me, and my bard died. Didn't flee, straight dead. And Shadow of War does not have checkpoints or save systems or anything like that. You get one save file, you get one save for that save file, so I'm not getting my bard back. So I found that, so I called him out, because that's a feature that you can call out different orcs, and I killed him. And I took the fort, and then I did a mission, and he showed up again! And he was still alive! So this is now 2 times I've killed him, and then he killed me twice over. And at that point, he was like level 30 something, and I was level 27, something around those lines, because he was very strong, and he was legendary at this point. So I said, you know what? This is fine. I'm gonna go to the next level and deal with him later. Motherfucker followed me to the next level and killed me again. So at this fucking point, I'm like, you know what? I grinded some levels. And if you can't beat them, brainwash them to make them join you, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I brainwashed Pushkrimp the Poisoned, who has killed me several times at this point. I've killed him several times at this point. Let's not forget, he killed my bard. So I leveled up. I shamed him. I didn't break him. He's down on my level. I recruit him. We take a fort together. And I'm like, I don't necessarily trust him, but you know what? This is fine. This is fine. This is whatever.
It's fine.
I then
that's
get
good.
to the final
do.
fort in Act 2, the final one, and it's the one in the lava. For me, it's the one in the lava zone because I figured I'm raiding Barad-dûr at the end of the game, so that makes sense that I take out the final fort and we immediately go and take on Sauron. Motherfucker, we betrayed me. He betrayed me. He killed another of my guys, who was just like a generic orc, so it didn't really matter as much. And then became a war chief at the fort. I kill him. I take the fort.
Oh my god.
And I do the final mission where we raid Barad-dûr. You'll never fucking guess who showed up. And he's on the fucking bridge, and this is and this carries on, right? Because I beat the game,
great.
I go into the post game, he shows up again, he takes over a fort, I finally fucking kill him, and it is actually really vindicating because he took over the final fort I needed to win. Because I'm basically defending one of my forts, he kills me, takes it over, I take that back, and then the game ends roll credits. But in a game set in Middle Earth, where Sauron and the Witch King and Celebrimbor and all of these actual villains, I'm pretty sure even Saruman gets a mention at some point. And there's the Light of Galadriel and all that shit. And in a game where Sauron is the main antagonist and the Witch King from Lord of the Rings is the main fucking antagonist of the game, they were overshadowed by a random orc that ruined my fucking weekend. And I have never felt such, because there are some bosses, there are some villains that we fight in games that we feel genuine vitriolic hate towards because they are so
Yeah.
fucking difficult. Whether it's Dark Souls or Elden Ring or Metal Gear Solid or Far Cry, there's always that one fucking boss that it feels like they're unbalanced on purpose.
It's just a good
I have
system,
None
honestly.
of them have ever made me as angry as Pushkrimp the fucking. I nearly broke a controller when he betrayed me because I was done with his shit. It was fucking awful, and it was incredible that a random generated or a luck encounter became the bane of an entire playthrough. No written, scripted villain, no voice acted masterpiece, no motion capture magnificence has ever topped a random generated orc for me. And this is like, we're getting close to like 7-8 years since I fought that. Something maybe like 6 or 7 years, probably closer, where I fought that guy. And nothing has topped it. I have felt no hatred, no anger, no seething rage, no genuine want to break a controller and cry as a random orc that was difficult because I wasn't good enough to beat him, and so he kept getting more powerful.
Good job,
It's
Kwang.
the greatest experience I've ever
I would.
fucking felt.
I was gonna say it really sounds like Pushkrimp is the hero of the story, and you are the antagonist because you messed with him. You messed with him, and you literally force him to join you to take over a siege. He rises up to the occasion, defeats the man who came to take over the castle. And out of spite, that man destroys said castle. And he knows the warpath that this man is going on. So he defends the bridge. He defends the bridge against the storm, against the maelstrom that is CJ Zephyr coming to invade and take the land. And then in the very end, knowing that all hope is lost, there's one stronghold left. And ultimately, the hero loses that day.
Yeah.
You killed my bard. I have no mercy for you. You killed my
No
little.
mercy.
You
See,
killed my little bardic
CJ's
boy.
Dracula.
You killed my. I'm gonna fuck. I'll be Dracula. You killed my. I spent so much time specking that bard to be my. Like, I brought him everywhere I went, and he fucking died. And and the next bard I got on my next playthrough, he was shit. He was mortally vulnerable to fire. That means one fire attack, he insta dies. He was so shit. My bard was so good, and it was taken from me.
I'm just
Yeah,
looking at
that's
this secret guest spot, and I'm just like,
yeah.
do we actually let Kwang go, or
Do we let it fucking
No,
go?
this is actually just a bait to make CJ a little more upset today. That was.
oh my god,
I have a real answer. I will say, originally it was supposed to be Odin from God of War 2.
okay,
As I was
Zeus, you
thinking
mean?
about it, thinking about it more, Odin kind of. Oh, sorry, no, the new one.
That's God of War 5, not God of War 2, but okay.
It's not called God of War 2.
No, it's called God of War Ragnarok, and it's the 5th in the series. You
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. That's whatever.
a rip.
Second one I care about. No, Ragnarok. Odin from Ragnarok. Kind of. I bumped him out of my top 3, moved him to like an honorable mention spot because he's basically just Odin from lore, so it's not like unique. What I did end up putting there is someone who we already mentioned, but Andrew Ryan from BioShock.
Oh,
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and I
okay.
know, once again, spoiler. I don't know when BioShock came out. 2007.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A
Come
long
on.
time ago.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's well, I
It's
have a
not your
rule in
fault.
life. I have a rule in life. If it's over 10 years, I don't give you a
yeah.
spoiler alert anymore.
Yeah, I just didn't know when it came out. You know, time was a blur after sometime in the mid 2000s. As far as video games go.
Yeah,
Bro, you
pretty
play
much.
Chrono Trigger. Time has always been a blur to you.
True.
Jesus Christ.
Getting called out for my age. But no, Andrew Ryan, I know he isn't the final boss. And ultimately there is the bigger villain, quote unquote bigger villain at the end. But man, same way that Shodan was like goads you throughout System Shock 2. Andrew Ryan just kind of like popping up, and you get this there's this huge build up to you meeting him. Of just like how much of a megalomaniac he is, how much of a problem he is. He's to blame for the whole destruction, basically the downfall of a Rapture.
Okay.
And then you beat him, and he reveals to you in almost a moment of sympathy for you that you've been brainwashed since you were a child. You know, one of the best twists in game history. The thank you kindly twist. And then
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
and then he just like so confident in his own self just lets you beat him to death. Like he's like, no. I know, man. And I know you're going to rise above this. You can just fight it. And as you're just beating him up with a pipe. Like against your will. Just takes like a very like he fulfills every little he lives up to all the preconceived notions you have before meeting him. But at the same time is just such a sad little man, and the fight's almost the meeting is almost disappointing, anticlimactic, which does lead into a great final sequence. But man, when I first experienced the whole "would you kindly" twist, where you're looking at the board and you're just as the character's remembering the whole game, you're also remembering the whole game. And you personally feel like you were manipulated throughout the entire game. Only then for this one guy who is an insane, cocky narcissist to be like, no, you can fight it. And then you don't, and you can't without like drug intervention afterwards. Just kind of like it's such a well written antagonist. It really just him being so confident in himself that not only does he not really fight back, he just straight up's like, no, I'm confident I'm more powerful than this thing we developed specifically to make people obey harder. It's so good. Like I said, he's not really like the final boss, right? Just the fact that he's so full of himself to the point where he just dies. It's kind of beautiful.
It just dies.
His performance in like the little bit over the radio before you actually go up to the office, the whole
Oh yeah.
Atlas, you can kill me, but you will never have my city. That was such a powerful performance as well. The actor behind Andrew Ryan, incredible job.
Yeah. Oh my
I
god.
think for a lot of these villains, like a lot of the skill and a lot of love we have for them does come down to that who portrayed them. Like Vaas would not be Vaas without the performance of the actor, and I forget his name, but I remember because he initially, Vaas initially auditioned to be Hoyt because I know we were talking about him earlier, and like, so they came back and they made the role of that character for that actor because like you don't work for Hoyt, but we really want you on this project. So
Yeah,
I
his
like
name is Michael Mando.
Commander. That was it. But yeah, like Andrew Ryan's voice acting in that game, the person behind that, I need to Google, but they did incredible work.
Noah's Armin, what was it? Shimmerman.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was Quark. He was Quark in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a Star Trek fan,
He was who?
Quark.
Quark?
Yeah, in Deep Space Nine, the
Oh.
fucking butthead. What are they called? The butthead people.
See, whenever you say Quark, I just think of Ratchet and Clank.
That's fair. Somebody either in the comments or
Oh,
in
you
chat.
talking about Worf, the fucking Klingon?
No, his name was Quark. I'm pretty sure.
Worf with like a W.
No, he's I just looked it up. He's a Ferengi. He's not
Oh.
a Klingon. No, not a Klingon. Klingons don't have
Oh,
butt.
one of those
When I say
little
butthead, it's literally shaped like a butt. Like
those buttheads.
yeah.
Sound
Klingons have like the horn thing going on, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was like.
kind of like a spiky.
Kind of
Yeah.
butthead.
No.
I ain't never seen a spiky butt before.
Looks like a nasty butthead, you know.
Probably got pieces of chicken stuck in there and shit, right? Just hanging around.
Mike.
Mike, you could probably handle it for both of us, because like, so
Handle what? Oh, I see.
it's
Well, and
literally the
okay.
same.
So the thing is, I knew that we were gonna at some point have mentions of Voss during this discussion before we got to the number one, because Voss is my number one and also Jdoging's. So we don't really need to spend a whole lot of time on this, right? Have I ever told you the definition of insanity? It's got to be like one of the greatest cutscenes ever in all of video gaming. Right? I mean, it's just Voss, Michael Mando, who plays Voss, also was in Better Call Saul. I can't remember his character in that, but you kind of see some, if you've ever seen Better Call Saul, you kind of see some of Voss kind of blend in his acting style throughout that series as well. Just because he has that way of kind of just like staring at you in a way like you don't know what the hell you're thinking. He's thinking as he is looking just just straight piercing your eyeballs. Yeah, man, he's a fantastic antagonist who, and every time that a cutscene happens where you're interacting with Voss, similar to Joseph Seed, you kind of just shut up and you listen. You're just curious, you know, like, what is this guy going to pull out of his hat? You're like, what is he going to do this time? I think that CJ made some fantastic points about Joseph Seed earlier, which is actually caused me to increase his ranking, because indeed Joseph Seed was fucked up in Far Cry 5. But yeah, man, it's I think there's just a little bit of nostalgia. It's almost like when I think about, people always talk about arcs with an anime and Dragon Ball Z. While there may be arcs better than the Namek saga, at the time of my life in which I viewed the Namek saga and seeing Goku go Super Saiyan 1 for the first time, it's hard like that nostalgia is always gonna pull me back and say, God damn it, this is the greatest, for that reason, right? Experiencing it live in the moment when it was, well, not necessarily when it was released, but in the case of Far Cry 3, not knowing what I was getting into, and then just boom, Voss, you know. It's it's just something that I'll always be able to immediately just think back to. I mean, when the second that we decided we were doing this, I already knew Voss was number one. I didn't have to, damn, who's no, immediately Voss number one. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's a very valid one. Like, I think that's what a lot of like our sort of top threes. You go as far as like top fives, top tens. They're
More
all
overlap.
like a video game villain is either fucking incredible unanimously or fucking boring. Like, I feel like it is a case of, because a lot of, Andrew Ryan was one that was in contention for me, obviously. Vaas, it was literally like Vaas, Joseph Seed, or Pagan. One of them is getting on this list. They're good. They're good. They're
Yeah.
good. Like,
It's-
you gotta give it to Ubisoft. Is they know what they knew how to make a villain, because Hatham was another one on my list of like, oh, it could
No.
be, because Hatham's a fucking bastard. But
Keyword.
nah, there's a lot. There's a lot of really good villains in Ubisoft games.
trying to think. I mean, who would we like to see as a villain in a video game?
As far as like
What do you mean? Who? I
as
guess.
far
Is
as
there
like a TV character, a movie, like
anyone? Yeah,
Me?
because I mean, over the
Probably.
last 10 years, we've seen more and more, Hollywood celebrities step into the world of
Oh,
video
like
games, right?
yeah.
Like we've seen this happen more and more, and there are people like Josh Brolin, the guy who played Thanos. I feel like if you made him a villain in some sort of game, he'd be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be
I
amazing.
I'm probably gonna get memed a little bit for this, but genuinely, get Roman Reigns in a mocap suit, because if you have heard him sell a promo
Yeah.
and then used, like, imagine that, but you have Joe. Let's say we do a Far Cry and we do it sort of in Samoa, and we have Joe
Ooh,
as a literal chief of a tribe.
in Samoa,
That
yeah.
or something like, because he just had, yeah, it's what the kids are saying these days. It's about the aura of the person, right?
oh
Yeah, yeah,
my
Like,
yeah,
god.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it is. That's why everyone got hyped as shit over Johnny Silverhand, because it's
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves,
it's
and
Keanu Reeves.
like, and regardless of how it was on release, a lot of people played it for Johnny Silverhand, right?
Yeah,
Think,
yeah.
Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones. Imagine a performance like that. Imagine you're
Mhm.
playing, like, obviously I'm gonna think of medieval here, but Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. You get fucking a Tyrion Lannister type character shot and just make that kind of performance. And a lot of it, I think, a lot of theatre actors would be great, because when you're doing mocap, it's making most of the space and stuff like that, and the psychology of being on stage. I think theatre actors are amazing at video games. A lot of good theatre actors end up going into this kind of thing, and it's so much fun.
I
Oh yeah.
I'm going to say something that is probably less controversial, but I don't like
Less
big
controversial.
screen. My usual takes. I don't like big screen names leading into what do you call them? Voice acting roles.
You mean like
'Cause-
big movie actors going into
Yeah,
voice
like
acting?
yeah, because a lot of there's just so many talented voice actors already in this space, and a lot of the time you don't get your like tarot reads. Like if me making sure I got the right name.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
So you mentioned getting into voice acting, but what about full acting, like including mocap?
Yeah, I think that's like I do think that's different, but
Uh,
I I don't know. The whole the whole it feels weird to me, you know? It almost feels like a cash grab, but also uh I I get it.
I
I
get where you're coming
like
from.
I get why you'd want to get
Give the little guy a chance, type of thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Terra strong. Sorry,
I
not
I
right.
get where you're coming from. My fear with that mentality, it becomes a very slippery slope of stay in your fucking lane.
No,
You're
I agree.
like you're the movie guy. Stay in movies. Don't come over to our thing. Like it does become very tribal at that point. It becomes very territorial of like, because at that, where do we draw on the line of, oh, you're a theater actor? Why the fuck are you going to act in a TV show or a movie? Oh, you're a voice actor. Stay as a fucking voice actor. Don't try and do physical acting. Like,
Sure,
yeah, at that point, are we saying fuck Ariana Grande because you're a singer, not an actor? Why are you in Wicked? Like, I get the mentality, but I also think that it's not necessarily fair because as
Yeah.
much as yes, these are celebrities, also they probably have other aspirations that they also want to do.
yeah,
A lot of wrestlers have gone to, and will continue to go to Hollywood. Look at Batista, look at The Rock, look at John Cena, look at Roman Reigns. Are we gonna say, no, you're a fucking wrestler. Stay in the ring. Don't come onto our movie set, because if we did that, then we wouldn't have, Dwayne wouldn't be as iconic as he is. So I get the
Yeah.
mentality, but I also think that, you know,
No gatekeeping.
bring that
Well,
down to our level. It's
Sure.
saying you're a fucking shopkeeper. Don't go for an office job. You're a fucking shopkeeper.
No, I mean, once again, I agree to a certain extent. The trend ends up happening that what ends up the trend has been with a lot of these things is that they create a character specifically for an actor or a celebrity. Doesn't even have to be an actor. It could be any celebrity. And basically it changes the storytelling integrity of it, because I mean, the first time it happened, Disney Aladdin, Genie was literally designed for Robin Williams. Great character, great acting, great voice acting. But you don't really get to. Basically, people who come up as voice actors don't really get any spotlight anymore, which has been the big actress that I think of when I think of big voice actors, Tara Strong. But if she debuted like 4 or 5 years later, I don't think anybody would know her name.
I
People would
I
be a lot
disagree because
less
we are
interested.
in. I know this is very topical because the whole thing on TikTok in America right now, but I think with platforms like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, whatever you want to use,
Yeah.
like I think that was the case once upon a time, but that is not the case anymore. And I think a lot of people, they might not be Hollywood level AAA, everyone knows your fucking name. You walk down the street and you're recognized by a million people, so you have to wear a wig. But, you know, uh, uh, there are plenty of actors and voice actors and people in all industries that, yes, they might not be on talk shows every night, but they have very avid followings. They have very committed fans. I mean, look at conventions and how popular these guys are. Just because we're not talking about them every day doesn't mean that it isn't there. I think it's just that's more a case of the saturation of the market.
Yeah. To answer Drew's question, me once again, I'm going all the way back. It's I want to see me in the next big villain.
I love it. I'm next up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you being a villain because you would basically just say things that were completely irrational for like the whole game.
I already act as
Yeah.
the megalomaniac narcissist within this
100%. 100%. It's already there.
I mean, fucking try to gaslight
there's
me.
no method acting required for this situation.
Yeah, it's just
He would just like he just spend the entire time on the radio to the player gaslighting them. It's like,
you're so good at this.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, so in that mission where you had to kill the guards to save your friend from those prisoners, those guards had 3 kids. Like a couple of you did that. They're gonna grow up without a father figure out. A couple of you did
right
that.
after you
That's
kill the
handsome
guard.
Jack, basically.
Yeah, right after you kill the guards, just in your earpiece, I could be like a hacker that's like, hey, by the way, first guard, name John Smith, married to Mary Smith, had
Yep.
3 kids, Jack, Jill, Brian.
Yeah. Have you seen Michael recently? He was patrolling the prison block. He's been trying to get a raise so that he can get a house, a bigger house for his family. I was gonna issue it to him, but if you see him, could you pass this check to him for me?
Oh man.
Oh, there he is over there. I just shot him.
Oh, looks like you killed him.
Oh man.
Three pregnant women in the
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. You know that pedestrian you ran over to get to your mission objective? Turns out they were the lead in a charity, and now that charity's gone into the red because they had to get to this really important press conference. Can't believe you're I'm just over here trying to nuke a country. You're the one actually ruining people's lives here and now. You're doing short-term shit. That's great. I have a plan for recovery. What the fuck are you doing? You're just
access to my
I have a plan.
crazy.
You have killed more people in this 3 hours of gameplay than the entirety of all the cutscenes I'm in combined.
No, that's fair point. Fair point.
Yep, me's the answer.
We love lunar narrative dissonance in this household, eh?
Let's make a game about it.
I hated that
Man.
in Uncharted 4.
Did they do that in there?
So, they literally have an achievement in Uncharted 4 called Lunar Narrative Dissonance, which is basically, for those who don't know, the idea is that Nathan Drake is this guy who's just in it for the treasure, and he's like, he's just trying to get by and survive. But then you go to the next level and you kill about 30 fucking people. So they have an achievement for killing 1,000 people in Uncharted 4 called Lunar Narrative Dissonance. I'm just sat here thinking, right, you've identified that there's a problem. Why didn't you fucking fix it? God damn.
Nah. Who wants to fix
Do
things?
something.
Yeah, I get most games are going to be shooting galleries, and that was like peak PS4, so that's what a lot of games were shooting galleries. I completely get that. But also, there are some points where it's like, not every game needs it. Why are we making Uncharted 4, more like fucking Call of Duty and not more like Tomb Raider? Same with Tomb Raider fucking 2012. Why do we make it less Tomb Raider? Fucking Jesus.
Yeah. True.
I
don't know. I'm probably wrong, but that's just my opinion.
That's the beauty of these things, man. It's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's all opinion. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Even if your opinion is like insanely wrong.
If you want to hear all these fucking shitters' opinions online, you can find them on Twitter.
Yeah,
go to
honestly. Honestly, if you want really shit wrestling opinions, I will be doing a lot more wrestling content in 2025. So you can hear about all the stuff that I disagree with and how they fucking they've ruined Raquel Rodriguez's fucking image forever.
Just give me an Angelina Jolie scene. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, right. I think we covered everything.
More or less.
Yeah.
No, we did actually.
Without question.
We went through the whole list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah. It's been episode 39. That was fun. What?
You sound so sad.
Bro, yeah, we did the whole thing? All right. It's been episode 39.
We're out, guys. See ya.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Look, I said the subscribe word and it made the button all flashy. Look, it does that. Look,
CJ's in our wires.
Yo, what if I could just pull it like big subscribe button from here? I'll have to do one now. Now I gotta get
Yeah,
one.
I was
God
saying
damn
you
it.
just I don't edit these, so you just gave yourself more work, bro. Fucking get
God
on it.
damn. I'll find one on Amazon or some shit.
Ah, that'll be a stinger. That'll be a stinger. Yeah.
You're right. But anyways, episode 39 be up on YouTube. We'll be back again this
Hell yeah.
week for our multiverses. Stick on the Discord for updates and all that awesome bullshit. Love you guys.
We love bullshit.
We love
Bye.
yeah, we love
Bye,
bullshit.
everybody.
See ya.